Hello everyone, today's recipe is sweet Bonda, also known as Purnam Boorelu. For this recipe we'll be soaking in 1 cup of whole gram lentils, also known as urad dal, and 2 cups of rice. Soak them overnight so that we can make a batter out of it in the morning. Now in the morning soak 1 cup of yellow split peas, also known as chana dal, and now make a batter of urad dal and the 2 cups of soaked rice. Make this batter in separate batches in a mixer or in a grinder. I'm using a grinder because the batter of urad dal comes out really nice and fluffy if you're making it in a grinder. Now mix both the batters nicely. The batter should be really nice and completely done. Now mix the rice and the urad dal batter with your hand. Make sure you're building up enough air, and then add a pinch of salt and just few sprinkles of sugar. This sugar will give a very nice orange color to our boorelu. Nicely mix the batter and do not add any extra water, and keep this batter aside for fermentation for at least 3 to 4 hours. Meanwhile, you can boil your chana dal in a pressure cooker. I gave about 3 to 4 whistles so that the chana dal becomes nice, soft and mushy. Take a spoon and check whether the chana dal has been boiled or not. Then wash the chana dal under fresh water and transfer this into a container so that you can mash it using a steel spoon like this. The chana dal texture shouldn't be completely mashed. It should have a nice crunch. Now take a non-stick pan, keep it on stove, add a little bit of water, add 1 cup full of jaggery, and wait till this jaggery melts. You can also use powdered jaggery, but do not use sugar. Now take 4 to 5 cardamoms and make nice powder out of it. Allow the jaggery to melt on a slow flame until froth like this comes out of it, and this is how the jaggery will get melted. And this time you can add your cardamom powder. Keep on stirring it so that it doesn't get stick to the bottom of your pan. Now add mashed chana dal. Ensure that you're doing this entire process on a low flame, and this is how the chana dal mixture will look after it will absorb the entire jaggery mixture. Let this mixture fry until it becomes dry enough so that we can make laddus out of it. And when you can see that this mixture is becoming dry and sticking to the pan, at this time you can add desi ghee. So I'm adding about a spoonful of ghee to this mixture. Nicely give a mix so that the ghee gets melted in the entire mixture, and you can see that the mixture has been leaving the entire vessel and becoming into a nice soft texture. And at this time you'll understand that we are almost ready with the filling part of our boorelu. To add an extra touch to this, we are going to add some dry desiccated coconut powder, just a spoonful of it. The traditional boorelu doesn't have the coconut, but do try in this way. It will give a very nice flavor when you give a bite to your Boorelu. Mix this mixture nicely and then turn off the stove and let this mixture cool down so that you can make small little laddus out of it. So this is how the mixture looks. It's dry enough to make laddus. Now I'm taking this entire mixture in a separate container and start the process of making small laddus out of this filling. Now take some melted ghee and rub it in between your palms. Take this mixture and start making small little laddus out of it. These balls shouldn't be big, shouldn't be small. It should be somewhat of this size. Make sure that all the laddus are even in size so that your Boorelu also looks even. You don't have to worry about the shape of the laddu, because anyhow you're going to apply the batter outside and going to deep fry it in oil. So you just have to make sure that these balls are of this shape and continue making the same for the rest of your mixture. It looks so tempting that you just want to have them in the same way, but wait until the entire Boorelu are done. The nicely fried chana dal and jaggery looks really good. Now the fermented batter looks thick like this, and then we can start our process of making Boorelu. Take oil in a thick kadai like this. Make sure that it is hot enough. Start dipping your chana dal balls into the batter. Make sure that the batter is evenly covered and then drop them in the hot oil. You have to maintain the temperature of the oil so that Boorelu gets cooked nicely outside and also inside. Continue the same process for the rest of the balls. Ensure you're not adding any extra water to the batter, because if you do that, then the water will spill all over the oil and even your Boorelu will absorb a lot of oil. Now nicely fry this Boorelu and turn them upside down so that they are evenly fried, and this is how our perfect Boorelu will look when they are nicely fried. And our hot, sweet, delicious Boorelu are completely ready. So you can see how the filling looks and how this entire thing is perfectly done. So do try them and grab a bite. But hold on, this is not the end of the video. We also have few tips and tricks for you that what can go wrong when you're making this Boorelu. So you can see that we have added just little bit of oil here, and we are trying to make Boorelu now. You can see that the batter for this balls is also very less. So because of that, the main problem what will happen is that these Boorelu will tend to stick at the bottom of your kadai, because of which they will not float nicely, and you can see what will happen next. So you can see that you're not able to flip them around and they are stick to the bottom, getting fried at one side and not getting fried at the other side. So this can be a serious problem. So if you follow all these tips and tricks, then you will get this perfect Boorelu. Do give it a try, and thank you for watching.